A man is trying to pull a woman who is stuck in a washing machine out, while at the same time the woman packs her things into a bag and leaves the house. The man struggles with the machine, but it was a trap because only a mannequin came out of the machine, dressed in the woman's clothes, and on it was written, "Goodbye, I am going to my beloved." The man picks up his son and goes out of the house. The woman gets into her boyfriend's car. In the next moment, the neighbor comes over and says, "I'm sorry, your wife has been unfaithful. What will happen to the child?" The man replies, "I will work hard for my son." A few minutes later, the boyfriend says, "This is our new home." The woman replies, "Thank you, my love. Now let's celebrate." From the next day, the man starts selling jellies and says, "Son, this is the beginning. We will go far." A few days later, the boyfriend comes home. The woman asks, "Where were you all night?" The boyfriend says, "Don't start an argument and wash my clothes." The woman says, "You are betraying me." The boyfriend says, "Don't ask too many questions," and he leaves. Many years later, the woman says, "I deeply regret leaving my husband." In the next moment, the woman reads a newspaper. The newspaper says that a man and his son, through hard work, moved from a small house to an expensive neighborhood in the city and became famous businessmen. The boyfriend comes and says, "We will have to leave this house." The woman asks, "Where will we go?" The boyfriend says, "You think about it. I have kept you for many years. Now it's your turn." The woman says, "I think there may be a way," and shows the newspaper to the boyfriend. The boyfriend says, "You decide what you want to do." The woman replies, "I will handle everything." The next day, the woman, sitting in a wheelchair, knocks on the door of a house. The man, who is now a millionaire and her ex-husband, comes outside with his son and says, "What are you doing here?" The son asks, "Father, who is this woman?" The woman says, "Son, I am your mother, and I haven't seen you in many years. I have come to ask your forgiveness. My boyfriend harmed me, and in an accident, I became disabled. I have come to ask your forgiveness." The man asks, "Have you come to apologize or to ask for money?" The son says, "Father, she is ashamed, and I haven't seen her for many years. I want to live with her." The man replies, "Fine. For my son's wish, you can stay here." The three of them go inside. The woman says, "The house is very nice." The son says, "You can take any room except one. That is where our safe is." The woman says, "Just give me any room." The man says, "Son, show her to the room and listen to me." The son takes the woman to the room and says, "I hope you will like it, and I would also like you to accompany me to my speech classes." The woman replies, "Okay, but I need to rest now." The son leaves. A moment later, the son returns and says, "Father, I have taken her to the room." The man says, "You are kind, but I don't trust her." The son says, "Father, everything will be fine soon." The man says, "Give your mother some cake and juice. Maybe she is hungry." Meanwhile, the woman gets up from the wheelchair and says, "I must find money quickly," and runs to the safe room. Seeing this, the son says, "She can walk," and chases after her. The woman tries to open the safe's lock and says, "Maybe my son's birth date is the key." She opens the lock and takes money from the safe. The son says, "So you just wanted money," and shouts to his father, "Father, my mother is stealing." The man shouts, "What is this?" The son says, "You are still the same selfish and greedy woman. You faked being disabled." The woman says, "Understand me. My boyfriend forced me into this. He threatened to kill me." The man replies, "That's not my problem. Now get out of my house and never come near us again." The son says, "Mother, you have disappointed me. I never want to see your face again." The man pushes the woman and throws her out of the house.